Hold on, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to drboystv.com, the home for intelligent Black people, and also the Black Financial Channel. I hope you guys are having a good day. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and we're going to talk about GameStop. GameStop is crashing. The GameStop stock. It's hard to say that. Is going down quite a bit. It's down to $271 a share, down from over $300 a share this weekend. That is a huge drop. There's a lot going on in the market right now. And so we're going to talk about this and break this down real quick on the Black Financial Channel. So get comfortable, hit the thumbs up button. We're going to get started right now. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. Now, today is an interesting day. I was really curious to see how things are going to pan out today in this week in general with one particular stock in one particular situation. There's a situation with Robinhood and GameStop. And GameStop was the talk of the town last week. Never thought it would be, because GameStop as a company is not a very good company. It's kind of messy, kind of sloppy, kind of old fashioned, kind of like Blockbuster. You know, who expects you to be talking about Blockbuster, on any given day of the week? Well, GameStop gained the attention of the world because GameStop became the target or the battleground of a battle between some guys on Reddit and some hedge fund managers who were shorting the stock. And so as a result, they pushed the stock up and up and up to about maybe I'd say 10 to 15 times greater than the fundamental value of GameStop as a company. GameStop is excited about this. Anybody who happened to have GameStop in their portfolio before all this went down, many of these people have become millionaires. Some of these funds have actually earned billions of dollars from this move. One of the things I was really curious to see what would happen is whether or not Robinhood's reaction to all this GameStop trading was going to cause any problems. And so I saw a lot of chatter this weekend. The CEO of Robinhood, his name's Vlad something. I don't have his last name in front of me, but Vlad went on to Clubhouse to talk to Elon Musk to try to explain his way out of the situation, to kind of explain, like, look, there wasn't anything corrupt going on. His argument was that this was all due, that the reason they shut down GameStop trading in the way that they did was because they had margin requirements that they had to meet, and that they got a call from the clearinghouse stating that they had to come up with $3 billion by this afternoon, or they would, or bad things were going to happen. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm very skeptical of his explanation. And the reason that a lot of people are very skeptical of his explanation is because Robinhood, unfortunately, is structured in a way where it's very easy to conclude that the people that pay most of their bills are going to have an influence on how they operate, just like anybody else, right? There's a company called Citadel that pays 1/3 of Robinhood's bills. They pay for order flow. They pay for when you make all your orders, all those orders go, a lot of them go through companies like Citadel, and Citadel pays Robinhood to give them access to, to the markets, right? So Citadel, unfortunately, had a financial stake in helping this particular company called Melvin Capital get out of its short position. So basically, Melvin Capital had the gun pointing to their head. The whole community had pretty much closed in on them. And allegedly, Citadel and Robinhood worked together to give Melvin Capital a backdoor out, help them sneak out of the building before the building burned down. Well, unfortunately. So I'm going to say this. I don't believe Robinhood's CEO. I just think that if their financial situation were different, like if they said, look, we can prove that we gained nothing financially from making this move, then that would make sense. But the fact that there's writing on the wall everywhere kind of makes them look ridiculous. Well, one of the things Robinhood did this week that spills into Monday is they actually restricted trading on a lot of stocks. I don't have the list in front of me, but there's a long list of stocks that Robinhood restricted trading on. And one of them, of course, was GameStop. And the particular restriction on GameStop, if I'm not mistaken, was that you could buy just one share of GameStop. One. Who buys stock and buys one share? That's insane. Who buys one share of stock at a time? Scratch that. Some of you maybe have, but this is not a one share at a time kind of thing. This is people buying hundreds of shares, thousands of shares. Even at the $300 mark, some people got it like that. So this restriction is kind of crazy. And those who don't believe that the GameStop stock is tanking, I see someone skeptical, and I don't blame you for being skeptical. They said, "Who's paying Boyce to say GameStop is tanking when it's not?" Well, sorry, homeboy, but I don't get paid by white folks. I'm a product of the black community. Believe me, white people hate me as much as you do right now. And so let me just say this. I don't know if you can define this as tanking or not, but let me just lay it out here, and I'm going to just sort of help you understand what might be going on here. The stock has dropped to $263 after being about $320 the day before. That's a 19% decline, a 19% decline. And in case you want to kind of measure it against something, it's very rare that a stock drops 19% in one day, let alone 1 hour. It's bad if a company drops that much in 1 year, right? A year, 19% in a year is a big number. 19% in an hour is unheard of. That's insane. That's ridiculous. So GameStop stock has tanked. But here's the thing. It's still severe. It's still really overpriced. I mean, it's still, if you got in this stock in the single or double digits, you probably made enough money to go buy your mama all the Red Lobster dinners you want, and with the cheddar biscuits included. Like, you could buy your mama whatever you want to get her, because you've probably made a killing on this. If you own just 1,000 shares of the stock, which might have only cost you maybe less than $10,000 a year ago, 2 months ago, then imagine 1,000 shares. That would be 300 or what, 200, $250,000 right now. So GameStop. But here's the problem, though. Even before all this happened, nobody I wouldn't have bought 1,000 shares of GameStop, because I didn't see it as a company that had a future. I see it as a dinosaur. It'd be different if it were Tesla or some company that represents the future. But this company, Apple, okay. But GameStop, I wasn't touching GameStop. There was no analyst anywhere that I saw saying, "Yeah, buy GameStop, buddy. You're going to make a killing on GameStop." No, there's no reason to even have it in my portfolio. So I'm kind of mad, but I did make money on GameStop. Actually, and I'm happy with the two, even with the price. Actually, in the time that I've been speaking to you, by the way, the price dropped another 2%. It dropped down to $255. So you may not think that's tanking, but according to technical definitions of what it means to have a really effed up day, GameStop's having an effed up day so far. Maybe it's going to have a good afternoon, though. I don't know, though. I think that there's a legitimate argument to be made that Robinhood's actions by restricting the amount of buying in the stock is going to be enough to keep the stock from really getting the momentum it needed to get to this point in the first place. Remember, Robinhood GameStop is kind of living off borrowed time. They're living off what I might call financial steroids. And the thing about these financial steroids, imagine if you took a steroid right now that made you the strongest human being on the planet and made you the fastest human being on earth, right? Imagine if these drugs only lasted for like half a day. Well, you would need a lot of dope in your arm for you to stay at that level, for you to stay pumped up like that. You ever see an NFL football player on steroids who goes like maybe 6 months without his drugs and he shrinks down like a little baby? This is what's happening with GameStop. This company's not worth $258.72, which is the current price right now. I got the price right in front of me. So basically, Robinhood I believe their actions did have a negative impact on the stock. Because when you restrict people to only being able to buy one share at a time, that's kind of crazy. One thing I'm going to do for you guys later on is on the Black Financial Channel. Make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to do a video later where I'm going to give you some alternatives to Robinhood that I like, that you may want to take a look at, because this really is a reminder that you don't want to have all your money on one app anyway. The amount of trust you might have had that Robinhood was the be all end all, don't have that trust in anything or anyone. One of the most important rules of investing is diversification. So if all your money's on Robinhood, you failed one of those tests right there, right? You shouldn't have all your money on one app anyway. So it doesn't mean you get rid of your Robinhood. You can keep it if you want to. Just make sure you have a backup, have a plan B. And I got a plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, and plan F. You always have a backup plan. All right, so do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to get some free information from me about investing delivered to your email, I have a free course that I send out. This is Black History Month, a great time for us to really make Black history by making ourselves the greatest investors on earth. And yes, I am talking to Black people on my channels. Doesn't mean you have to be Black to be here, but we're Black first, which is be one, Black people first. We have to build our own community. So if you don't have to be Black to participate. So just know that. But just know that the reason I designed this platform is for the Black community. As long as you understand that, we're good. So you can go to firstshareofstock.com. That's firstshareofstock.com. When you sign up there, you'll get a free training on how to buy your first share of stock in case you haven't done that yet. You'll also get access to things like my $5 a day investing plan. You'll get free information sent to you via email that will help you and your family grow. The other important piece I want to lay out for you is I want you to just consider this. Here's one of the things that gets to me. You guys know my background. I've been teaching finance to college students for a really long time. First time I started teaching it was actually when I was 22 years old at the University of Kentucky. And so I know how young people think. I was a young person. When I started teaching, half my students were older than me. That's how young I was. And now I'm not so young anymore. Not as young as I used to be. But the benefit of getting a little bit older is that you kind of see some things and you understand some things. And one of the things I'm really seeing here is I'm seeing a lot of frenzy in terms of people getting caught up in all of this chaos that's going on. And really become and being tempted to become what I call financial crackheads. You don't want to be a financial crackhead. A crackhead is somebody who's up and down, up and down, up and down, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, highly emotional, volatile, everything else. That's not a fun way to live. And that's not really what investing is supposed to look like. This is not investing. Figuring out whether or not GameStop's going to go up or down today or by 2:00. That's not really investing. That's trading. So at worst, some would call it gambling. There are lots of people who have to go to Gamblers Anonymous from day trading, because anytime you're taking these risks and you're throwing money out, and making money, losing money, making money, losing money, you're gambling. You're basically gambling. A lot of the people on the Wall Street Bets forum, if you look at their language, they use gambler terminology a lot. We're going to play the stock. We're going to play the market. Roll it hard, go hard. Bet it all. And I'm not saying you can't participate. Everybody goes to Vegas. I go to Vegas a couple times, maybe once every couple of years with my woman. We have a good time. We go to Vegas. But going to Vegas ain't the same as me building wealth for my family. I'm not going to Vegas saying, yeah, I'm gonna get on them slot tables, man, and I'm gonna make some money for my kids. Nah, man, my money for my kids, it comes from consistent investing through time. I hear a lot of people stating something that is obvious and very, very true, which is that the system is rigged in favor of the big boys. I get that, and I agree with that 100%. If you want to know if the system's rigged, the answer is absolutely yes. I've been telling you guys this. I've been talking about finance online for about 12 years. I've been telling you guys that the system's rigged for 12 years because I know the system better than the experts do. I have many students who are now experts on Wall Street. They were my students. Now they're the experts who are crashing the economy and making a killing doing it. So the system is rigged, but here's the thing. Where it's rigged the most is in this sort of fast-paced, really quick trading, because they've got these simulation programs that do trading at lightning speed. They're able to construct artificial intelligence algorithms that can measure online chatter so they can determine which stocks to buy and which ones to sell. They know they control the media. They're able to go into media and tank a stock if they want to. They've got all these things that work in their favor. But one thing that doesn't work in their favor, or that can work in your favor, is that some of that, just a little bit of that old school Warren Buffett style investing, where you get into these index funds, you diversify, you buy and hold, you ignore the volatility, and you just let your money grow. That's how you become what is called in David Bach's book. That's how you become an automatic millionaire. Most people that become millionaires become automatic millionaires. Very few millionaires are overnight millionaires. So everybody thinking you're going to make this crazy bank overnight, just be real careful with that. Because sometimes it can end in heartbreak. And if you're putting out money that you cannot afford to lose, then you are making a mistake. I'm just going to tell you that straight up, point blank, period. If you jump into GameStop because you think GameStop is going to help you pay your rent next month, then you need to talk, because there's a different level of investing. Trading and gambling are not the same as investing. I just want you to know the difference, okay? So give me a yes in the chat if you know the difference. Also, just so you know, I'm going to repeat this. I am going to talk about this. I'm going to say this as much as I can so that when the frenzy's over and everything crashes, people won't look back and try to claim that I was telling you just to jump in and butt naked and lose everything. I've seen bad things happen. I just want to warn you about that. Feel free to listen or not listen. It's totally up to you. All right. So I'm going to go do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Also, we have a program. If you are young and you want to get really the kind of advice that I wish I'd gotten when I was young, we have a program actually called the YBRprogram.com, which is it stands for Young, Black, and Rich. And the YBRprogram.com, the first month is free, and it's basically designed for 20 somethings and 30 somethings so that you can figure out how to make your moves in the future. And then if you're younger than that, that's fine too. But feel free to go take a look at that. I think it's pretty good. I know I laid it out with young people in mind, because if you get started when you're young and you make the right moves when you're young, you have no idea how much power you have if you start investing. I mean, really investing, not just trading, really investing at an early age. The power is extraordinary. That's why my brother just had a baby. We're investing for him. We were investing for him before he was born, because the more time you have, the more power you have economically. So it's very easy for me to explain how to become a millionaire if you have time. It's very hard for me to tell you how to become a millionaire if you've only got a couple of years, right? So when time is short, it's very difficult to build massive wealth. But when you have plenty of time, it's as easy as pie, literally easy, the easiest thing in the world. The algorithms are very basic. I know all the mathematics. I taught math at the University of Kentucky. In addition to finance, I taught math too. And I can just tell you, I've seen the equations and I know how wealth grows mathematically. And if you have time, then you can build wealth. So time is a form of wealth. Do not waste your time when you're young. Don't be dumb like me. Be smarter than me and start investing consistently at an early age. And then you're going to be way ahead of the pack later on. You won't be doing this struggle talk like, oh, Lord Jesus, I don't know how we going to get by. We black people is poor. Black people can't get nothing in this world. We can't, our wealth, we ain't got no wealth. Right? Well, that struggle talk comes from people who didn't plan and prepare. So when I talked to my 11-year-old, we went sledding yesterday. And I said something to her. I said, what do you think I'm about to say right now? Because something happened and she wasn't ready to go on time. And she turned to me, she said, yeah, preparation is the key to success. And I said, yeah, exactly. Because preparation is the key to success. People who prepare early win. People who don't prepare get their butts kicked. So the question you want to ask yourself is, do you want to kick butt or you want to get your butt kicked? If you want to kick butt, prepare early. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. I'm out. I'll jump back in later. I'll give you some alternatives to Robinhood later on. Please hit the thumbs up button before you go. And also, if you want some free resources we have for the Black community on how you can implement agendas for health and wealth and relationships and everything else, go to the allblackagenda.com. Feel free to take a look at that. That's our agenda. We put that together for our people to do what we want to do. We're not waiting for any government officials. This is what we're doing for us. So take care, guys. I'm out. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Peace.